privilege mean to you, and how have you seen it in your life?
So to me, privilege means like having this kind of like set of social benefits that you get just because of like your identity, or maybe just because you look like you fit a certain identity. And those benefits aren't necessarily earned, but they just are kind of like socially constructed. So like how our society decides to like react to certain identities, I guess. And so to me, that means, so I'm someone who, I think if you look at me, a lot of people will see a white cisgendered male, and I mean, that's accurate. And I think that just looking like that goes a long way in our society, and you get a lot of power and agency based on having those certain identities, because those are the identities that society has decided to privilege. And so I think like when you have that kind of privilege, as like, especially as a white cisgender male, it's important to use that as an opportunity to unpack what that means to you in a healthy way, and not, I think it can be really paralyzing for a lot of people to think about privilege, and they'll just be kind of so overcome with guilt and shame that it's hard for them to really think about themselves in a healthy way. But I think it's important to recognize that privilege is there, and even if there are times when we are pretty complicit with that privilege, and maybe we even make choices like thinking about that privilege, we don't all choose privilege. And so it's important to think about ourselves as not like good or bad because we have privilege, but just maybe called to an opportunity to think about what that means. And just try to build healthy relationships with people who are maybe on the other end of the power spectrum, right? Who don't have that same privilege. Yeah.